Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. My name is Justin Coffin. We are live here at Youngstown Studio. This is the 330 Sports Show. As you see on screen, we got Brandon Rush Tommy Fryda of Youngstown State men's basketball. We're going to talk to them in just a minute. But first, let's have a quick word from our sponsors.
Mighty Mike Heating and Cooling is affordable, professional, and there when you need us 24/7. Stay warm this winter by calling your hometown hero today. Mighty Mike Heating and Cooling, 330-207-7070. This program proudly supported and brought to you by Eric Cromer, Cross Country Mortgage, a wiser way to mortgage. This program proudly supported and brought to you by the Youngstown Drip IV Bar, helping the Mahoning Valley reach its wellness goal. This program proudly supported and brought to you by Youngstown Computer, the Valley's IT company.
All right, we are back with Brandon and Tommy. So, Brandon, I was doing this research before, and I said, I got some trivia and stuff from Warrensville Heights. And you're like, I'm not even from Warrensville Heights. So are you from Cleveland and played at Warrensville Heights, or what's your
from Macedonia.
Macedonia.
It's like a suburb outside of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay. I decided to go to Warrensville for like the best basketball opportunity for me. So
okay. All right. And obviously we got a local guy here, Tommy from Boardman. So we're gonna get into both of your guys' kind of path to YSU. So Brandon, let's start with you. You obviously said Macedonia, played at Warrensville Heights. Then you ended up going to Fairleigh Dickinson. Is that in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and they're in the same conference with like St. Joe's and stuff like that, who made a run in the tournament. Is that correct? No?
They're with Robert Morris used to be in that conference.
Okay.
Like Robert Morris, Sacred Heart, Bryant, Central Connecticut,
okay,
St. Francis, stuff like that.
Okay, all right. So, but you ended up playing there for 3 years, and then transferred here to YSU, and this is your second year with YSU. So, 527 points in your YSU career coming into the season, and last night, pretty big night.
Thank you.
10 threes in your guys' home opener. So not a bad start to the season. So. Pretty solid there. You guys played Louisiana, then up to Michigan. It's probably nice to be back in your own beds and back home in your own gym. So, Tommy, let's go to you. You're from Boardman, Ohio. A lot of people know the Fryda name in Boardman. You know, I coached at Boardman when you were there a little bit. So, you know, I know some of your brothers and stuff like that. But and your dad, school board member. But what made you out of high school into college? You actually ended up going to play football. So tell us a little bit about where you went and how you ended up at YSU.
So I started at California University of Pennsylvania for kicking and punting, and then decided to come back home and, you know, kind of reset. Thought about playing soccer, football again. Basketball was kind of an option. And then, you know, didn't do anything my sophomore year and decided to, all right, don't really have a choice of soccer and football anymore. It took, you know, only time off. So basketball, just walk on, got a hold of the coaches, and yeah, that was it.
So basically just reach out to the coaches and like, hey, you know, I had a pretty good high school career, give me a shot. And then you just had to earn your spot.
Yeah. So pretty much some of the managers I knew, so they put in some good words for me.
Okay.
And then coaches reached out and then had a little like tryout, and then that was it. Took it from there.
And had a couple of your teammates on already, Ziggy, DJ, a few other guys. And they were saying both you guys, the one practice, were just lighting them up like from deep, and they were pissed off about that because they had to run or something. So we got maybe the two best shooters on the team here. Any argument on that? Did you get any pushback from your teammates there?
Nah, Tommy can shoot the ball. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when Tommy first came into practice, like we didn't really know. Like we kind of looked Tommy up a little bit. We realized that Tommy was like Boardman's 3-point school record, right?
Yeah.
So it was
61.
like, all right, he can shoot. So he was like, well, he probably can't. He can't shoot no more. He played football. He be all right. He didn't play basketball so long. Came in practice one day, started shooting. I was like, oh man, we gotta start playing though.
Yeah. So like you guys were saying, 61 3-pointers at Boardman in a single season. So I think that is the all-time school record. That'll probably stand for a little while. So so yeah, pretty solid there. You also played for Coach Birch at Boardman, Coach Sim at Boardman. I'm sure you got some interesting stories there, but we'll save those for another time. But good stuff there at Boardman. Also, you guys, both of you had to handle the recruiting process a little differently with, from a football standpoint and to a basketball standpoint. So what kind of process was that like for you guys? Obviously playing at a more of a smaller school for football and starting out at Fairleigh Dickinson, but like out of state, kind of got to decide. What was that like? Brandon, we'll start with you on that.
It was, you talking about when I got from high school or college?
Yeah. We'll start before you guys do the transfer. So like from high school into the college.
It was crazy. Just like seeing a lot of people like call your phone and just like say like, hey, like coming to school, and then you got to make a decision. It was so hard to make a decision. So honestly, I like have my parents to help me. But honestly, my parents, like on my visits I went to, my parents didn't go on the visit. They said, I'm not gonna be at school with you, so you're gonna have to realize if you like the school or not.
Yeah.
So my parents didn't go. And so I'm honestly just had to pray about it. Like pray it was the right decision. I feel like for me, like I made the right decision going to FDU. I learned a lot of things just outside of basketball. So and I also made the right decision coming to YSU for my last 2 years. So I mean, I guess I got lucky.
Yeah, no doubt. So Tommy, what was it like for you deciding? I mean, you're a multi-sport star at Boardman. What made you choose football versus soccer versus basketball? And choose your school?
It was definitely like at the time very hard to make the decision, especially like getting pulled out of class all the time when Coach Ignacio would pull all the coaches in from whole area that got recruited, and there's like probably 20 coaches reached out during that time, and then go to basketball practice and then have like 5 missed phone calls, call everybody back. So I mean, it was a lot, but at the time, pretty much in Youngstown, everybody likes football, have like 8 records for football. So it kind of just felt right with all my offers coming in at the time.
Yeah.
But then, at the time at Cal U, I was like, I don't like this slow paced game just over there on the side practice. So had to change it up.
Yeah, no doubt. So we mentioned, I believe you have the all-time scoring record for kickers at Boardman, or for all-time points. So with 149. So that's I mean pretty solid there. Not to brag on that, but that's pretty good stuff. So let's talk now about Fairleigh Dickinson to YSU and deciding to not just change schools but change sport. So why don't we start with you on that one, Tommy? So like going from Cal and playing football to now, hey, basketball, I just want an opportunity to play. So what was that like?
It was very weird at first, not playing. Well, at the time at Cal, I was just like in my room a lot. It's like, wow, like this is very different, just slow pace, not very involved in the game. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
So nothing against, the coaches, love the school, stuff like that. But, I had to do like what's better for me in the future. So basketball was always, I think my favorite sport.
Yeah.
And I'd come back home all the time, be like, oh, why don't you pick soccer or basketball? So getting into that, basketball just felt, the right love for the game and everything. But it was hard getting back into it, conditioning, working out, 2 years off and stuff like that. But, I'd go work out like 3-4 times a week in the lifting, and then probably go to the gym like 5 times a week too.
And you had to deal with all the COVID stuff your senior year of high school too, didn't you? So that's that had to be a weird process. Like you're in college at that point, you're transitioning from high school to college, and this is a weird time for everybody. No one knew what the hell was going on. No one knew what to do, what the right answers were, but you guys figured it out and you got on your path and you're here now. So your transfer portal experience from Fairleigh Dickinson to YSU, tell us about that.
It was crazy. It was like people tell you, like, when they really tell you, like, if someone actually calls you a lot, then that's what they want you. So I'll never forget one time I was like sleep. It was like, I want to say like at least like 1 a.m. and I get a call from Loyola Chicago. And I think they just got done playing or O State, or they're about to play O State.
Okay.
And I got a call like 1 a.m. He has like a 30-minute conversation with me. Like it might just 1 o'clock. I would just sleep. So I'm like, I don't want to say like, yo, like you called me at a different time. So I'm saying like, okay, like let me talk to him, like hear what he got to say. But it was bro, you get calls like different times of the day, like, and then you feel bad because if you miss a call, you're like, oh man, they think I'm trying to like 2-time them or something like that.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's like you try to like have to answer the phone multiple times. Like I think for like probably like 3 weeks, it was like kind of hard for me to talk to my parents because I'd be on the phone with my parents. Like I'd be on my phone with parents like 30 minutes at a time. Like, oh, how you doing? Like just talking. Oh, somebody's calling me. Call you back.
Yeah.
And then when I get off the phone with the coach, another one calls me. And then like it was crazy.
Okay.
But it was fun though.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably cool in a sense to be wanted by a different team, but at the same time, it's got to be exhausting, and you gotta connect all the dots of your life and stuff too. Not to just say, hey, where do I want to play basketball next? There's a lot of other decisions that go involved with that. What advice? Now, you guys have both been in different boats, but you end up in the same place. What kind of advice would you give to someone maybe in your shoes, whether that's a kid in high school deciding where they want to go, or a kid that's in college now and maybe wants to put their name in the transfer portal? Any advice from either of you?
I would say like go where you feel loved, not where you're just wanted. Because you could be wanted by somebody, but they just want you for your talent. Go where you feel loved, and I feel like that's what Youngstown it's like definitely for me. It's like I feel loved here. It's not like I just entertain people and that's it. Like no, I actually feel the support from people. So like that's one thing I could say. Just go where you're loved in.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'd say go with your gut instinct, Don't feel pressured on, what you think and feel that could be the way. Go with your gut instinct and know what's best for you in the future.
Yeah, no doubt. And I love the culture Coach Calhoun has instilled there, because it seems like everybody, whether it's football with Coach Phillips and the guys we've had down here, the girls team, or now with Coach Calhoun and the guys team, it just seems like everybody has bought in. You guys feel like a family. And the guys in earlier told me that Spain trip was really good for you guys. So tell us a little bit about that and like how that kind of like bonded you guys as a team.
I think it's the fact that after we had a game, like you had all day to like tour a country, all day to tour somewhere you've never been before. Like coaches, they tell you like, oh, we had one team activity, was the boat ride. That was the only thing we had a team activity. Everything else was like, go do what you want to do. Like,
okay.
You want to go to the beach, go to the beach. You want to go find somewhere nice to eat. That's what it was. So like everybody just like took their time. Then we spent most at the beach though, in the resort. I think that was pretty fun. Yeah, but just seeing different and new experience and sharing with each other. It was just like it was a great feeling. So
it was fun to see how everybody's different vibe. How their culture is of what they like to do and stuff like that. Because you had many different things you could do over there. So when you pick up on that and kind of find a group that you like, but everybody's also together at the same time. So it was definitely a good time.
Yeah, and that's cool because it's like, a lot of times, obviously basketball is what you guys are here for. Basketball, get your education, get your degree, but it's also that life experience too. And I think that's so important. And now I want to like kind of transition. The Penguin Collective got me together with you guys. And so tell me a little bit about your experience with the Penguin Collective and how, Youngstown State, at least for football, was the first in their Missouri Valley Conference. I don't know about basketball with the Horizon League, how NIL worked before, but YSU was one of the first, if you want to say like non-Power 5 schools to have a nice collective put together. Tell us a little bit about your experience with them and maybe how that's impacted both of you guys.
I would think I got to give credit to Randy and Mr. Dawson for honestly. That's what they put a part of this and made it happen. So, big shout out to them. I think we are the number one team in the conference for NIL, which is amazing. Yeah, that's because of everybody around here, all the support everybody gives us. So, I mean, it's sad that people last year didn't get a chance to really see that, but just know, like, I think they know that like it all happened because of them. Yeah. So. And then now it's our job to keep it pushing.
No, I'd say he hit on it pretty well.
Yeah. So it's like, the thing that I keep hearing too from guys, it's not just like the money and stuff like that. It's a lot of the connections you guys make in the community, whether it be for maybe a future job or, just a contact that can help you out with something in the future. But that is so important because, people see you guys out on the court or, they know you're putting work in the classroom and stuff too, but they don't see all those extra hours studying, whether it's in your dorm or your apartment or whatever. They don't see you guys in the weight room. They don't see you guys in the film room, taking tests, traveling, all that other stuff. Right. So it's a job and you can't go out and get a real job like a typical college student. So, I think it's so great. I think this is long overdue. You guys, should be compensated for what you guys do and the hours you put in, not on performance, but on just work ethic and hard work. And you guys are representatives of the university and you guys all do a fantastic job. So that's my little pitch and thank you to you guys and your teammates. So Youngstown State, now you're a hometown kid, you're a Northeast Ohio guy, so you're familiar with Youngstown, but why does Youngstown State hold a special place for you guys? Like people, team, whatever it might be, the school.
People.
Yeah, I'd say people for me.
People.
Yeah.
What it's like our little younger fans too? Like they make you like play harder. I don't know. Just knowing that you have like someone that looks up to you and like someone wants to be in your shoes and like that actual advice and just stuff like that. Like just like that's what like makes me like feel good as a basketball player. Like I feel like I'm an inspiration to somebody.
Yeah.
Or like even all of our teammates, like there's someone out there that looks up to any of us, and like the fact that we can sit there and be a good role model to them,
no doubt,
it's like the reason why you want to play.
100%.
Yeah, I'd say the people, just for me, just as the hometown kid, like whenever I go out somewhere, someone sees me, just YSU basketball, from Boardman, stuff like that.
They don't lie, they don't say that. Everybody know Tommy Fryda. Don't do that. I could be anywhere. I could be at the mall. Let's see. They say, YSU basketball. Oh my God, you know Tommy? Like, yeah, I know Tommy. I probably that happened to me at least like 20 times since I've been here, and I'm not even joking.
The Fryda name is pretty well known around Boardman, Ohio. So that's awesome. So here's what I want to have you guys do. As I want to have Brandon, you describe your how you would describe Tommy as a basketball player. And Tommy, I'm going to have you describe Brandon as a basketball player on the court. So
Klay Thompson Jr.
Okay. Can you lock it down on defense too?
Yeah.
That's what happened last time you tried to play defense. Tommy.
or are you like a little post Klay ACL Achilles, a little slower,
like Kyle Korver, I'd say.
Okay.
I thought me and Tommy friendship was about to end one time in practice. With your shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We both went after the same ball in the summertime, and B-Rush comes up behind me, and my shoulder popped right out of place.
I thought Tommy was going to hate me, bro. I feel so bad. Because Tommy was laying there. I was like, is he okay? And next thing you know, he's like, my shoulder. I was like, oh, no. I was like, no.
So how about Brandon? Can you describe him as a player?
I'd say like a James Harden type of player. Like he really likes to, between the legs, step back shot, but he can get to the rim too.
So, and I heard.
So no defense? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah, he played a little defense.
No, James Harden
he gets to the free throw line a little bit. He can shoot the three.
I want to get to the free throw line a little bit more now.
Well, if you're hitting 10 threes a game, you don't need to get to the free throw line too much. So you just keep hitting that outside shot. But I heard you had an opportunity at 11 last night.
According to Tommy, I choked. So.
Did you just have the one opportunity at it?
Nah, also what my dad told me it was I was 10 for 13 before so I was 10 for 13 and then like that was it. But then Gabe walked up to me in the middle of the game. He was like, "Hey Brandon, if you hit one more, you get the school record." I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like I'm like, why would you tell me that? So then now I was wondering, I was staying in the game for so long. Coach Kyle running all these plays. I'm tired. I'm like running around like I got this dude trying to bump me the whole time. I leave these ones. I'm like, can I just get just let me shoot it, bro? Like I promise, let me shoot it. I'll leave the game. Like you wouldn't even let me do it. I'm like, all right, bro.
He doesn't want to be responsible giving up that YSU school record. So, as shooters, both of you guys, is it? And I know you can dunk. Can you dunk?
No.
No. Have you ever dunked?
One time.
Okay. Have you? You know what you got to try. If you want to just switch it out real quick before, switch out and go to a girls' ball real quick and see if you could do it. See if you could do it. I bet you could.
Try tennis ball, volleyball, then the girls' ball. I promise you'll be
able to. So let me ask you then, Brandon. Would you rather just have a breakaway dunk, or would you rather have a step back three in somebody's face? Maybe it's a defender that's been like talking trash the whole game.
Oh, yeah, step back three. And then I shoot the three, Coach I'd be like, and I make it. He'd be like, all right. Yeah, it looks good. Once it goes in, no problems. The move looks bad in their face, but then once it goes in, you can't say nothing.
All right, I love it. So you said maybe like a Kyle Korver type. He said a little Klay Thompson type. If you had a player comp, who would your player comp be? Would you go with Harden?
No.
You play a little bit more D than that?
Oh no. Who else I guess? I don't know. I really don't. I'm trying to think of somebody else. It's like a good person. Like Devin Booker, maybe.
Yeah.
Because he kind of gets to the basket a little bit more too. I'm not as smooth as D-Book though, but
he's quick though.
Not a bad guy to be compared to though. I'd rather be compared to Devin Booker than James Harden. Just saying.
Yeah, I can't believe Tommy said that though.
Well, that's all right though. James Harden, an all-time elite scorer.
I mean, after all the other backlash James Harden get right now too.
All right. So, strongest part of your guys' game? Would you say shooting? I know for you, you're definitely a shooter. What would you?
It hasn't always been though. I don't know. I think ever since like last year, that's the reason I started like really shooting.
Okay.
More. On the FDU, like I had one good shooting season. Other than that, everyone was just like average.
Okay.
So I've always been like the person to use my athleticism and get to the basket. But once you realize you start making something, like, let's keep trying this.
Okay. If you guys could pick one part of your game to improve upon, what would it be?
Making reads.
Okay. That's what I've heard that a lot from your teammates. It's you guys must have a read and react offense.
Yeah, like learning more about like just like which one's the right pass. Like if say it's one person's open by the basket and another person's out on the three, but this man is shading more that way, like knowing to go that way. Just it's just different things like that.
That just comes with more playing time. Yep. How about you?
I'd say reads and defense. Like even from like high school, you go to pick and roll, you're just thinking, all right, like is he picking? Rolling or like am I just taking it? Like college, you get to read the pick and roll, but also like backside coverage on corner side, like, or take it to the hoop, stuff like that.
Yeah. What's the biggest step up from high school basketball to the college level?
The pace of the game.
Yeah.
The speed of it is so crazy.
Yeah.
I think about the high school, like that's why I think in Ohio now they're starting to do a shot clock for high school, which is, I think is really good.
I do
get
too.
Used to that. But like I mean, like high school is like you just score whenever you could. Like it was really just like you go down, shoot, you run the offense for like 20 seconds, then you shoot, or you get the rebound, and then you're holding it.
Yeah.
Like, then in college, you don't have the time. You gotta think quick because somebody pressures you, and you get down there, you got like 18 seconds on the clock. You got to figure out how to run something quick, and then listen what the coach has to say. So, I think it's the pace of the game for sure.
Yeah, I like the shot clock rule. What do you guys think about? So the women's game at the college level, they went to quarters. So they went to 4 10-minute quarters. You guys are still in halves. Would you rather go to quarters or do you like it how it is?
I think I like how it is so far. Just, I mean.
Oh, no, we played the quarters in Spain, though. I didn't like it. I feel they made the game way too longer.
Okay.
Yeah, it does feel longer. And also, like, when you go on runs and stuff, like, you can be on a run with, like, 2 minutes left hitting like, good spurs. And then
quarter ends.
Okay. All right. So if you guys let's go a little hypothetical with you guys. If you could play, since you're both, I was gonna phrase this, but you're both shooters, so let's phrase it like that. So if you guys could just play a game of horse with anybody out there, current player, former player, living, dead, whatever, who would you want to go up against as a shooter?
I'd say like NBA player or like anybody.
Anybody. I don't even care if it's a celebrity.
I'd say I think I want to go like against JJ Redick. I think he's just got a cool personality. You know, when he goes on ESPN, just talks and stuff like that.
I'll probably say JJ Redick too, or I would say Steph. I feel like everybody would just say Steph.
Yeah,
it's like a basic question.
Yeah,
I don't know. Ray Allen. I did.
Yeah.
Ray Allen. Yeah, that's my Ray.
He was smooth. That guy was. Steph Curry has changed the game, but I think people sleep on Ray Allen a little bit. He is. I would put him up there in the top 3, 4. Kyle Korver. I mean, this is a little bit before your time. I was super young, but Larry Bird. Yeah. I mean, my God, that guy could freaking play the game. Do you guys have like a pregame ritual that either of you guys do?
Take a nap. Wake up. I have to take it out. Like if I don't.
So okay, let's say the game's tipping at 7 o'clock. What time are you laying down for a nap?
I see. If the game tips at 7, we have shoot around at 2:30.
5 hours before.
So then we have team meal afterwards. Then we listen to Pastor Nick preach for a little bit. So then I'll probably get back to my room around 4. Yeah.
Okay.
So then I'll sleep from like 4 to 5:30.
Okay.
And then I wake up, take a shower, brush my teeth, pray, and then I go to the gym.
Okay. How about you, Tommy?
Yeah, shoot around, eat, and then I probably get back a little bit before him. So like 3:45, take a little like 15, 20-minute nap, play some video games, shower.
Yeah.
And then head to get coffee with some of the guys.
Okay.
I used to play games before. At FDH used to play Call of Duty the whole time. But then I realized I'd just be so tired just sitting there.
Yeah,
playing.
you'd get a little tired. Bro.
I think it's probably good though to get your mind off the game for a little bit, so you're not just like thinking about it constantly leading up to the game. You want to clear that. Coffee though, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So when did you become a coffee drinker?
I don't drink coffee. I'll drink like lattes. And
Okay.
stuff like,
Okay.
But all the guys go on coffee.
That's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you still got like the little bit of caffeine buzz going through you before the game. Okay. Do you guys have a type of music you listen to before the game?
Hey, Tommy, what's my answer?
Young boy.
Okay. All right.
I like Lil Uzi. I listen to.
Okay. All right. So like a certain song, or you got an album, or just a whole playlist, or whatever. Okay.
Playlist.
All right. What's the best sound in basketball for you guys?
Oh my God, when the ball goes to the net without touching the net.
The swish, just the swish sound. Okay. Favorite sports or basketball movie? Doesn't have to be basketball. It could be anything sports.
I'll let you go first.
Oh man.
So I'll pick a terrible movie.
I'm not gonna go basketball here just because this one's just hysterical, but I like Waterboy.
Yeah. Okay.
What if I got 2?
Yeah, go for it.
Now everybody probably sleeping on this movie, but the Mighty Ducks still like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That movie was lit.
Yeah.
Either Mighty
Like the
Ducks,
original one.
Yeah.
Okay.
or Coach Carter.
Oh, Coach Carter's good. He named after like all the plays after his ex-girlfriends and stuff like that. All right, here's the most serious basketball question I can ask you guys: LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
I mean, that's probably a little biased asking 2 Northeast Ohio guys.
Hey, bias is just a
No. I mean, I lean on the same thing.
what do you
I'm a LeBron guy.
Mhm.
I think Jordan is probably the greatest scorer ever, but I think LeBron is the best all time overall. Like Jordan.
So now I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How can you be the greatest scorer if LeBron has all time leading points?
That's a great point. And I don't really have a rebuttal. I think LeBron, what he has done with his body, I think he's in year 21. So, I mean, you guys are basically 21 years old, aren't you?
Yeah.
21, 22.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been playing for as long as you guys have been alive in the NBA. And before that, he was winning 3 out of 4 high school state championships in the state of Ohio. But I think what he's done with his body, has changed, like kind of like how Steph Curry has changed the game from the 3-point perspective. I think LeBron's changed it from a
taking care of
eat
yourself.
right, cryotherapy, all this other stuff. Like I think I read somewhere he spends over $1 million just keeping his body in shape. And I think before it was like, nothing against the Barkley or whatever, but those guys are out drinking. They're out, not eating right. They're doing whatever, and then they go out and play hoops the same night, and they did it well, but they didn't do it for as long. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's my long answer short. But I think Jordan 1A, 1B. It's hard to say, but for me, if I got to pick, I'm going LeBron. So 3 for 3 on that. We talked about NIL a little bit with both of you guys. If you guys had a dream endorsement, whether it's a company or a product, do you have something in mind?
I think I would look at it as like what I like to do in my free time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd go more so like with a golf company or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I like a golf course.
Yeah.
Top Golf would be nice.
Yeah, Top Golf would be a pretty cool one.
No, that'd be a great one.
Yeah.
Free Top Golf.
Oh yeah.
Not too far from Warrensville Heights up there. They're in the Macedonia area too.
It's like 15 minutes from my house.
Independence, I think. Is that where it's at? Okay. So outside of basketball, you guys mentioned like some video games, taking naps, all that stuff. Like what are some of your guys' hobbies outside of the gym?
Playing the game.
Yeah. I mean, you're only in it for so long, so you might as well dive deep into it.
Playing the game is probably the number one thing. You're playing with BT, Zig, and then especially Tommy last night. We played Fortnite last night.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'd say video games, and then I got my own like dog too, so I go home and see him.
Yeah.
Every once in a while and stuff too. So I'd say that. Or going out, hanging out with friends too.
Yeah. That's probably gonna be nice too, being like a hometown kid. Your family's still in Boardman.
Yeah.
So that's nice to just be able to go home and grab a meal if you want, or go home and see your dog or whatever it might be. That's pretty cool. Yeah. You guys, let me ask you a little bit about your teammates. Now, you can't answer you or Tommy. Okay. So it'll narrow it down a little bit. So most athletic guy on the team.
Johnny. That was easy.
Yeah. So Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's John? I'm not sure if I know. Okay. Funniest guy on the team. I think I know who this answer might be, but.
Oh man. I don't know.
It's probably EJ.
I'd say EJ,
JB, or BT. That's what two.
I'd say EJ, BT, but then Dante. I've been hanging with Dante a lot. He's been saying some funny stuff lately.
We got a lot of jokesters on our team. Though.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's what I got. I picked up on that pretty quick. There. How about who's the smartest guy on the team?
Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe.
Gabe by 4.
Okay. Friendliest or nicest guy on the team?
David.
Yeah.
David's sweetheart.
Yeah.
Who's the toughest guy on the team?
BT. BT.
Okay. All right. So for people that you guys started on the road, you played at Louisiana, you went up to Michigan. Last night you finally get home. So for people that, they've only had one opportunity for a home game to get out and see you guys. So if they hadn't seen you or they weren't able to catch either of those games on the road, what kind of basketball team as a whole, how would you guys describe your style of play under Coach Calhoun for people that haven't seen you but are planning on going to see you guys this year?
We're a very long and athletic team. We defend the rim really well. We try to hold teams under 70 points, and we've been trying to do a good job at it. The defense we run is best fit for our interior player.
Skill levels basically.
Yeah, so our offense, we get out and run, get our transition, we shoot threes. We just finally now shot good yesterday, which is good to come back home, be able to put on show for you guys. We have a good point guard that can make reads and get people the ball. We got good post-up players that can play outside on the perimeter. Our big men can shoot. We have 2 7-footers that can shoot threes. That's probably as probably like our one good key though.
Mm-hmm.
So we come off a ball screen. Sometimes they're playing a different way. You could just have our guys step out and shoot.
That's nice for guys that can drive to the hoop too, stretch
Mm-hmm.
out the defense. That's great. How about you, Tommy?
Yeah, 1 through 5 can all do something that's very important to the game. It spreads out the floor, in the post, and the big guys can make reads, kick out threes, especially for Brandon or Bryson or BT too. So it's definitely good.
Watching YSU basketball over the past few years, Coach Calhoun definitely has that up-tempo style of play, and you see a lot of guys dunking, you see a lot of threes going up, and that's awesome. But I love to hear the defensive mindset too. Hold teams under 70 is your guys' goal this year. Like, and obviously you do that more often than not, you guys are going to win because you are going to be a high-scoring team. So so that's good to hear. Where can people find you guys on social media? If they want to reach out, maybe, hey, why don't you come sponsor, my business, stuff like that. How can people reach out to you guys?
Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
My 2 biggest ones.
Instagram, Twitter, yeah.
Okay. And just search your names and find it there. Okay. Very good. All right, let's go a little trivia, and I got a few more questions after that for you guys. So we'll start with the hometown guy, Boardman. This former Boardman basketball player went on to the Big Ten, played at Ohio State, was the player of the year in the Big Ten Conference in the mid-2000s. I believe it was 2006. He is now still on the coaching staff for Ohio State.
Aaron Styles.
Good dude. All right. This is a this is a Warrensville Heights question, but it's also a former basketball player. He played with Jordan too.
Oh,
this guy.
Sellers.
All right. Damn it. But he is the mayor of Warrensville Heights. I think his daughter was really good at Solon.
Yeah,
I want to say.
I think his daughter plays at Purdue Fort Wayne.
Okay, yeah, I remember her being a really Brittany.
I don't know. I remember last year because I remember I seen him at the game, and I was wondering why he was there. And then I put 2 and 2 together that his daughter was playing on the other team.
If you go back and watch that Jordan shot over Craig Elo, he's I think the first guy to go up and basically hug tackle him on that shot. All right, Tommy. Southern Park Mall in Boardman was built and owned by this family who now owns the 49ers.
The Bartlows.
The Bartlow family. All right. This guy is from Warrensville Heights, but kind of just the Cleveland area. He was a co-star of Coming to America and had a talk show featuring his name.
Oh.
So not Eddie Murphy, but I mean, I was super young, so this is way before your guys' time. I'll give you his initials, A.H.
I don't know.
Arsenio Hall.
No, I do know that. That's the name of a street. I do know that.
That's all right. All right, Tommy, this fast food chain's first location ever was in Boardman.
Arby's.
I even knew that.
Right across from where St. Charles is. All right. This one, I didn't know this one, so this is going to be tough. But this guy's name I've heard of, but he is a former runner-up for the 1971, so we're talking 50 years ago, American League Most Valuable Player. He helped lead the team to 5 straight division titles, 4 All-Star, and a 3-time world champion, I believe, with the Oakland Athletics, and was the general manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. He actually died earlier this year. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
If you're a real big baseball nut, you would know this, but Sal Bando. That's a tough one. All right. This highest paid center in the NFL, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, now of the Chargers.
Corey Linsley.
Yeah, played at Ohio State and was a Boardman grad, Corey Linsley. All right. YSU trivia. The record for most points scored in a basketball game by an individual. By the team.
25. Is it? What's it? 125. I think it is. Some
120s.
Is it a 120s?
Or 114? 137.
134. Ooh. 134. And not too long ago, 2017.
Wow.
Oh. So 2017. All right. I'm not going to, you can either name. You're not going to know the guy's name, I doubt, unless you are very familiar with the record books. This player scored this many points versus Wayne State way back February 26, 1969. This is the highest point total in a game for YSU.
Hold on, wait. Think about it. So Wayne scored 44 last year, right? And I remember they were saying he was, I want to say it's 47 points.
52.
What? I thought he said he was close.
57.
The number I have, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am because I looked in the YSU site, 72. Ooh. John McElroy versus Wayne State, February 26, 1969.
Ain't that the same person that has the 3-point record?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what's called it.
Oh, you mean most makes in a game?
Yeah, that's the same person.
I have a different name. His name was Mike Alcorn.
I thought it was that guy.
Maybe it could be that guy too. But based on what I got, this was in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
It says Mike Alcorn 11 versus University of Pittsburgh at Bradford. So that's what I had.
Wow.
All right. So what else do you guys want to tell people about Youngstown State hoops this year? Like, give me some expectations for you guys, maybe as individuals, as a team, and what we can look forward to this year.
Just look forward to a great environment to play in.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was teams did not like playing at Youngstown State.
Yeah.
Oh man, we want to run that back, but we also got to put the work in to get there too. So.
No doubt.
No, the atmosphere just, it lets us and everybody on the court just have fun, but also like looking forward to something to play for.
Yeah.
And everything like that, and bring that championship mentality.
And you guys both being from Northeast Ohio, this is a football area.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge football, like from the small towns to the big cities. But when basketball's going right, it becomes a basketball city. Right. And last year really got it, last couple years really, but last year in particular got a real good taste of that. And you guys, I saw you're one of the preseason players of the year, but also your team expectations, you're kind of like right there up to in that top tier. Mm-hmm. So there's some good teams that come out of the Horizon League and some teams that have made some noise in the tournament. And I know that's probably the ultimate goal, get to that tournament. But so do you guys handle it from like, hey, here's our big goals for the season, but we focus game to game? Or is it, let's just focus on the game and worry about that stuff later?
Honestly, it's just a day-to-day process.
Mm-hmm.
What you do in those day-to-day process would get you closer to your goal. I feel like if you sit here and set focus on like, oh, we're only going to get there and then we're going to worry about that,
yep.
You're not going to worry about what else is in front of you.
No doubt.
You take day-to-day, do the right steps to get to that goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the better way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on our team retreat. We came with a team motto, and it's like win each day, only care about each other,
the
team as a whole.
Less than
care about ourselves
it's
less.
Like a little fancy little
yeah. But yeah, something like that.
So these two guys were talking. They might think about starting a podcast here in the future. So we're going to try to think of a name for these guys going forward. So if anybody out there's got a good name, both 3-point shooters, number 0, number 30, right? So we already talked. Threw around that 0 dark 30. So I'm not sure if it's a copyright infringement or whatever, but I don't know. Movie versus podcast, so we'll see. So Brandon, Tommy, appreciate you guys taking the time. Who you guys got next coming up on the schedule?
Utah Tech.
Utah Tech, and that's at home Friday night. What time?
6:30.
6:30. So
start time.
Yeah, 6. I like that start time. Not too bad.
When I first like heard about it, I didn't like it, but like yesterday it wasn't bad at all. Like,
mm-hmm.
I like how we got out like at 8:30 and still go out to eat.
It's nice getting out early.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's like late enough where people can get out of school, out of work, still get down there, but like not too late where you're not, getting home at 11:30. Yeah. All right. So for Brandon, for Tommy, appreciate you guys coming down. Good luck to the Penguins this year. Thank you and your teammates. Thanks for taking time out of your guys' day, and good luck to YSU men's basketball. So Utah Tech Friday night, get out there 6:30 if you can. For Joe Danier behind the scenes here, I'm Justin. Everybody have a great day. We will see you guys on Thursday.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Thank you for your support.